Hey, everybody, welcome to Democracy Now.
Hello.
We're starting over again because Garri was blowing out.
Is he done blowing out?
I hope so.
Oh, my God.
You
Garri,
done
quit
blowing
blowing
out?
out
I'm
over
done,
there.
yeah.
Oh, man, you're blowing out again.
Am I really,
You got to quit blowing out.
am I holding it too close?
I don't know what's going on with you. Maybe
Well,
you're
we
holding
got
it
a right
weird.
angle.
There. How about that?
Is that better?
We'll see.
Okay.
I'm your host, Wilfred Padua. This is Jeff.
Hello.
That's Garri.
Hello.
We were just talking about Garri being hungover as hell.
He had a
Yeah.
bunch to drink.
He had a bunch to drink. He was
Flirting with a
flirting with a
25-year-old.
child.
Just 25.
She was 25.
Okay, she was 25. There's an age-appropriate sister,
Yeah.
but that's too old for Garri.
She was talking to other people, Wilfred. I'm
Who's
not
she
gonna
talking to?
just some of the audience. I don't know all their names, but
Other
Okay.
guys?
yeah, there was another guy. And I
Were you
didn't wanna-
scared?
I wasn't scared.
Were you standing? Were you kept glancing over and be like, when's that guy going to leave?
Yeah,
Were you
I'm
holding on to your
scared.
Dude, the-
25-year-old?
the 25-year-old
Were you grabbing her tight?
We were having a very wonderful conversation on food.
Oh, yeah?
Food, huh?
Food, yeah.
What kind of food?
All kinds of food.
You just talking all kinds of food?
All kinds of food, dude. Mostly
Pizza,
Vietnamese.
ice cream.
Vietnamese food. We
Bread.
talked- bread. The banh mi, the bread of the banh mi. How
Okay.
important that is. Yeah. And
How
so-
important is the bread?
Oh, it's super important.
It's pretty important.
Is
Yeah.
it?
Yeah. It's got to be nice and crusty. It's got to
You mean
the
you mean
bread.
like a good crunch?
Yeah, good crunch.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I know much about banh mi breads.
I really don't. So that's why I'm asking if it was so important.
You're going for it's a French baguette.
Yeah.
Oh, it's French.
Yeah, because you know what the French did to those Vietnamese, those poor Vietnamese.
Oh yeah. They were teaching him French in a nice, polite manner.
Yes. Yeah, Jeff. They were doing a little foreign exchange program.
Yeah.
Just wanting to exchange culture.
Just being, giving them bread, teaching them French,
Yep.
being real friendly.
But anyways, Garri, and how did you said you weren't drinking,
I was
and then
trying
next
not to
thing you
drink.
know, you're trashed.
He's
Yeah.
flirting.
Well, I always have two drinks, one right before the show and one during the show. And then we just started talking, and I went to offer her another drink, and I came back with just a drink for her. She's like, "You're not drinking?" And then that made me feel like, oh, my God, I guess I wanted to keep the conversation going. I'm like,
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
get another drink.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
like, oh, comes back with 8 shots.
Yeah,
Let me catch up. Oh God.
Did you get her number?
I did.
You did?
I did.
Nice, Scare Bear.
That's great. Did you follow each other on Instagram?
No, we didn't do that.
Okay.
Are you gonna give her a ring soon?
I might. I'm gonna give it the old 48 hours, and
48 hours. Give her
Yeah.
a text. Text her right now.
Text her right now.
Text her right now.
Yeah, be like, I'm so hungover and I miss you.
Yeah.
Tell her that you miss her.
I'm not gonna tell her that.
And then send her a picture of you taking a bite of a banh mi.
Okay. Then that
Thinking
can
of
wait.
you.
That can.
Love you.
That's a little too soon.
Taking a bite.
Yeah. I think I might have a picture of some banh mi on here though that I can send her.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Should I
send
text her?
Send her a photo of a banh mi.
Text her right now. Send her a text.
I love that.
I miss you.
But then she's gonna expect like a response right away, and then I can't.
That's
because
okay. We can keep doing
We can keep doing the
Who
pod?
cares what we do on this podcast?
Yeah, Garri.
Okay.
It's not like
Send
it's
me
not
the
like we're
photo.
sharing history knowledge with our audience anymore, Garri.
Oh,
Don't
that's
yell
fine.
at Gary. He's looking at banh mi. Let's see some banh mi's here. I'm gonna look at a couple pictures.
Anyway, so
Should I go with hi or hey?
Garri, put it away.
No.
Hi or hey, dude.
If that's too
Say
much.
hi.
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 Hey,
4 exclamation points.
how about hey? How hungover are you? Or like,
that's a
how
good
much
one.
does your body ache?
I'm definitely not asking how much our body.
Are you
is.
hurting? Because I'm hungover and I'm hurting for squirting.
No, don't say that. Say hi and then send her a picture of a sandwich. Oh, look at these ones. That's a pretty good looking banh mi.
Those are good banh mi. Yeah, that's good banh mi. Now, crusty bread.
Yeah,
Bread, there you go.
that's what you want. So it's all about
Yeah.
the bread. What do they put in the middle?
Usually, I think it's pate is one thing that they turn to.
Pate.
Yeah,
Liver pate.
liver pate.
Ew.
And then they've got all those veggies.
No thanks on the pate.
Pickled. They're usually pickled.
Love pickle.
And then
This looks like pork.
Yeah.
There's pork.
Sliced pork.
They do pork.
They
I'll do that.
They do like a ground beef.
Oh, we should get banh mi sometime.
They're expensive in this neighborhood.
Why? Tell me.
Probably because they're.
Tell me why.
Because it's hard to get Vietnamese. It's hard to find these Vietnamese people.
Why, Papa?
Yeah, explain to me why.
So one of the conversations that we were having prior to recording was whether or not Latinos were black or white.
Oh yeah.
Jeff thinks that they're white.
No, I put them right in the middle.
I think that they're.
I put them 50. I put them right dead center.
You're saying 50-50,
Dead center.
dead center.
Mm-hmm.
Gary said 51 because he's fucking doesn't know how to have his own opinion.
He leans slightly.
And I say it's 75 black.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yes. And one of the things that I was talking about was gentrification.
Right.
White people are gentrifying this Puerto Rican neighborhood that I live in.
Mm-hmm.
In this situation, I, as an Asian, am actually white because I'm a gentrifier.
Yes. Yeah. See, that's part of my previous statement.
Yes. So in this moment, I'm in this situation. I'm white, but the Puerto Ricans, I think, are still black because their neighborhood is being gentrified.
See, I think it's the in terms of leaning gentrification is a newer thing, right?
Gentrification is not a newer thing.
I think it's newer.
No.
Right?
It's been around forever.
Forever?
Well,
I thought it was newer.
I mean, not like before the 1700s, but since black people were owning property, they would like redlined certain neighborhoods. I forget what redlining exactly means, but it was certain neighborhoods that black people were allowed to live in, and most of those were within the city.
Okay.
And then all of the like white people were in the suburbs because they were allowed to own property. And then
Wait, no, because suburbs weren't around until like the 60s or the 50s or something. Suburbs are relatively new.
I think we're talking about the same time.
Do you mean different parts of the cities were meant for whites?
Yeah, that's what 8 Mile was in Detroit. It was like that demarcation where like you couldn't like house values like go down like I don't know. I think it was like anywhere from 10 to 20% less if they were on the south side of 8 Mile versus the north side of 8 Mile.
I thought 8 Mile was the border of Detroit.
Well, that's also it's also the border of Detroit, but it was like also like where the imaginary red line where like things were just
Well, didn't the value go down because it was part of Detroit?
but also because there was a lot of black people in Detroit.
Oh.
Yeah.
But right across the border, was it that big of a change?
Yeah, it wasn't. Not like visually, not necessarily, but like it's just that. It's made up in our heads, isn't it? Like, hey, you can't live here because like there's black people there. We kind of put this prejudice on them or on us.
So black people had their neighborhoods.
Yeah.
Redlining, so the drawing of boundaries around neighborhoods based on residents' race and depriving those neighborhoods of resources and opportunities.
Okay.
So those neighborhoods were usually inner city, but within the technically, gentrification is relatively new, but within the last, let's say 30 years,
That's pretty new.
it's pretty new. Within the last 30 years,
So wait, my gentrification is fairly new idea stands?
sure, you get that win.
Yes. Yeah, suck on that, Wilfred.
Within the last 30 years, white people have been moving into the cities because they're realizing that it's easier and
Well, they were in the cities in the beginning. And then they moved out, and then I think they're moving back in.
then they moved. Yeah,
Yeah, they left
but they left, and then they left
for the suburbs.
They left these shitty neighborhoods for black people, and then gave them no resources. Black people came together, started creating community, figuring it like how to rise up from having nothing, and then white people came in and started taking over their neighborhood. Now that there was some sort of, some semblance of a decent neighborhood there.
I feel like there's more to it than that, though. I think people just started moving back to cities because of gas prices.
Yeah,
And
of course.
went up, and then
But they're moving back to cities because it's economically advantageous to be in the city.
Right. yeah,
It's not like they're moving into the city and being like, let me try to break up this black community.
right,
Because no one really, that's not their sole purpose.
right.
The
The purpose
purpose
is
is
just
to-
to get closer to work and save because of
But in the process, they're breaking up a black community. And then these black communities are now spread amongst the suburbs because that's where they can afford property now.
right, a big grand switch.
Yes. But that gentrification, the idea of gentrification is the white people infiltrating this neighborhood and then kind of pushing out and ruining this community that was already created.
I suppose. But I feel like it's just people moving back to places for affordability.
You're right. It is. But it's also but that doesn't mean that there isn't another consequence that comes with it.
Right. Yeah, that's a consequence. So,
And
you and I are
people-
both gentrifiers, and Garri.
and Garri as
Yeah.
well. But black people and Latinos are the ones that have to deal with our ability to relocate.
Right. So that puts them leaning black, you say.
That makes Latinos black people.
And that is what that means.
Yes.
All right.
So yeah, Garri,
Yeah,
you went to Michigan.
I did. I did go to Michigan.
After that deep.
Well, honestly, I'm starting to see that. Like you mentioned that, like in my subdivision, that I grew up in, like there's definitely more people of color that are now moving in.
Yeah.
And it was just like,
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I never thought about that until
I know about this because I lived in and worked. I lived in a black community, worked in the community amongst at a elementary school,
Okay.
historically black elementary school, and I watched that entire school be gentrified, and then all of those kids got kicked out, and that school is now like 80% white.
Wow.
It was 95% black when I was working there. All those kids, they're all adults now, but they're all over. Their families live all over the different suburbs of Seattle,
Okay.
and they don't have. They all travel all the way from let's say it's a 40-minute drive,
Mm-hmm.
all the way back to go to the same church that they go to, but it
Yeah.
used to be the church that was 4 blocks away.
Okay.
So all of these black people, their lives have become a lot harder because of gentrification.
Interesting.
My family also, my parents stupidly bought property in the suburbs like 5 years, as gentrification was being in process.
Mm-hmm.
Once my parents were able to afford property, they bought a house in Kent, Washington. Now that their neighbors, we were the first Asians in the neighborhood.
Okay.
Now all of the neighbors are like Ethiopians, they're immigrants of some sort, usually African immigrants, and their property value since 2000, when is this, 2002,
Mm-hmm.
their property value has gone up like $40,000.
Oh, that's pretty good, isn't it?
No, that's not good.
How?
That's not good?
$40,000 in 22 years?
What should it have gone up?
In Seattle, property value. So the neighborhood that my sister bought a house in, she bought a house that's almost $1 million.
Uh-huh.
Whoa.
Back when I was in high school,
Gary.
that house probably would have went for like $300,000.
Whoa.
Yeah. So that house went up $700,000. My parents' house went up $40,000.
Oh, okay. So you're saying that it didn't go up
Okay.
enough, but it still went up.
It went up because
Naturally, everything's going up. 'Cause
Yeah.
we're in a housing crisis.
yeah,
Oh.
inflation will naturally raise the price of anything.
Okay.
Yeah. So, anyways, Garri, tell us about Michigan.
It was a lot of fun. Went back for my mom's birthday, and got to see some family. I missed one spot because I overslept.
You overslept
I overslept
For a
Through-
spot?
a stand-up comedy spot.
That they always happen at night.
Yeah.
Those are evening situations.
All right. So I left my apartment, or I woke up at 3:00, left the apartment in the morning to catch a 6 a.m. flight back to Detroit. And then immediately, as soon as I touch, or get back home, my nephews are there, and they're like, "Oh, we want to play. And so we went to a park. We played some tennis. My 6-year-old nephew wanted to practice his soccer, so we did headers. And so I'm up for since 3 a.m. in the morning. It's probably like 4:00 in the afternoon. I'm like, all right.
Oh, yeah, I would have already scheduled my nap.
Yeah.
Usually what I do is because I take I'll take the first flight back to Seattle, which means it's a 6 o'clock flight. I land about 10 a.m. there.
Yeah.
11 a.m. maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And first thing I do is I take a nap.
Yeah. That's what I wanted to do, but these kids.
Gary, you got to say no.
They wanted
You
to
gotta
play.
learn
Let
how
them
to say
play.
11 and 6, and
You
they
gotta
got all
learn
this
how to say
energy.
no.
I actually wrote that today. Like, I was like, I got to learn how to say no.
You got to learn how to say no.
Yeah. And so that was So I missed my spot on Monday night, and but then I did a couple spots in Windsor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, went across. Yeah.
Gary, take your shirt off.
What?
Take your shirt off.
Take
No,
your shirt
thank you.
off.
Take your shirt off.
Wait.
Did you say no?
Oh, yeah. No.
Good job, Gary.
Are we gonna have that?
Just a test.
Oh, we are going to let's weigh ourselves after the pod.
Oh my God!
I probably gained.
You gained?
Maybe.
I
I was on a
think-
cruise ship eating cake.
I think I've lost. I think I am probably at the so we're going to do a little weight loss competition between the three of us,
Mm-hmm.
and whoever loses the highest percentage of weight
I was eating gelato.
or whoever loses the lowest percentage of weight has to podcast with their shirt off
Okay.
in November.
In November.
Yes.
I can't wait for Gary to be shirtless.
Yeah.
I probably won't be able to focus. Well, that's
My
great, Gary.
sexiness.
Yeah, I was on a little cruise ship eating cake. I was
And
gonna tell you.
gelato.
I was gonna tell you guys this. I was being a Karen
Oh,
on the
yeah.
cruise.
You
Jeff
were?
was a
I was
Karen.
Karening it up. Wait, hold on. Let me ask you this. Chelsea said Karen is to be a Karen means it is racial. Like you are being racist also on top of it. I said Karen has surpassed that initial Karenism. Remember that's what it was to
Yeah.
start with? I say now it's just anytime you go to higher management, that's Karen. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I agree
I
with
think
you.
it's I think it's gone past the rate. Now it's anytime you just want to speak to management, you're being a Karen.
Let's see. Wikipedia says Karen is a slang term typically used to refer to a middle-class white American
Mm-hmm.
woman,
Mm-hmm.
Jeff,
Thank you.
who is perceived as entitled or excessively demanding.
Okay.
That's
it.
Yeah.
See, I knew it. Chelsea said it was. And I was like, that's the beginning. That's how it started.
Yeah.
It was with white women being like, "You don't live here."
Yeah,
When,
it's
when a black
yeah.
guy was like, "No, I live on the 4th floor."
So it's usually depicting middle-class white women who use their white and class privilege to demand their own way.
Yeah,
That's what you did.
yeah. You just
That's
go
what
to
you did.
anytime you go to management, you're being a Karen. I'm pro Karen now.
Okay, so you
I think we got to start going up to these management people. The employees are starting to. They're running the house.
so tell us what happened.
Yeah.
This is what happens. All right, I get on the cruise ship. I get on. I land in Aruba. They take. I got to take a cab. They don't have a car there to pick me up.
Oh man.
Strike one.
So they normally have a car?
There's usually a car. I got to get my own car.
Oh my God.
You don't have a car to take me to entertain your people on your boat?
Jeez.
Strike one.
Have you worked with these people? Are these always the same booking people? Like,
Different boats.
different boats?
So it's different people.
Okay.
So I get there.
But different company or same company?
Oh, same company.
Okay.
So I get there. And then I go to the boat. I got my luggage, my bags, I get right on the boat. People are getting off on Aruba. The boat's emptying. People are going to go party.
Yeah.
So I'm going against the grain. I get on. And then I'm walking, and then there's on the first deck, there's an elevator. It's open. And I was like, oh, sweet, open elevator. I go hop in the elevator to go to my room. And then a security captain guard guy, whatever, the white shirt and the little things.
Yeah.
he gets on with me. He goes, "This is for guests only." And I'm like, guest crew? We're allowed to take the guest elevators. And then, so then he was like, "You can't take this." And I was like, "No." And then I hit the button.
What are you thinking about?
And then me and him are going up together.
But what was it about the way you looked, whatever you were doing?
Because I was getting on with luggage.
Okay.
That's how he knew I was crew.
Oh, okay.
So then he's like, "You're not supposed to take this." And I was like, "No, I'm guest. I'm crew, but I'm also a guest. I'm allowed to do these." And then he goes, "Well, you can't, but I guess go straight to IMAX." He thought I was an IMAX employee that worked at the theater in the cruise ship.
Oh.
And
They
I
have
was
an
like,
IMAX
I'm the
theater?
comedian.
Yeah, wow. What
Yeah.
were they playing?
They were playing the Quiet Place prequel movie.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I was like, "I'm the comedian," and he went, "Oh," and then it got quiet, and then it opened, and I went, and I just got off. And then the next day,
That is a Karen move.
yeah, it was annoying.
That's
And then the next
that
day,
is the first that's the first noise that Karen makes when she wakes up. Yeah.
yeah, I had to put up with all that. So then I get off. The next day we get off at Curacao, another Caribbean island,
Uh-huh.
Dutch Caribbean.
Okay.
So I get over there, and I bought a couple mini bottles of rum.
Whoa.
They have like a little, and I was like, "Oh, I'll get this for Chelsea and her sister.
Okay.
It's a nice gift." And I get on the boat, and then I walk through, to take off, do the thing where you got to put your stuff through the metal detector, all that crap.
Mm-hmm.
And then the security guard takes my thing and he goes, "Wait," and he looks at me, didn't even notice, just finally saw that I had a name tag, and he goes, "Oh, you're crew. You can't have this." It was because it was liquor,
Yeah.
and I was like, "No," but I'm like, guest crew.
Yeah.
I'm special.
Uh-huh.
And he goes, "What's your crew ID?" And I give it, and he goes, "You're a crew." And I was like, "No," but I'm like, then I was like, "Can I speak to somebody higher up?"
Oh.
Uh-huh.
And then he goes, "I'll hold on to this if you can go." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna see what I can do." And I walk away, and I text my agent. I'm like, "These guys, they took my liquor," and he's like, "Well, hold on." So he goes to the corporate. They email the boat people, so the corporate's going in. And then my agent, he goes, "Hey, do you know the guy's name? They may want to know that too." And I went, "No, I didn't get it. But hold on 1 second." So I go all the way back down, walk up to the guy, and I go, "I'm sorry, what was your name again?" And I do the lean where you look right at their name tag, and I go, "Oh, it's Roy." And I walk away, and I go, "It was Roy." And then they message me. They're like, "Oh, they're gonna hold out. You'll get your rum back at the end of the cruise." And then they said the other guy said that he thought, what did he say? They said something to him for yelling at me in the elevator too, because I also brought that up.
Oh.
Oh, I was carrying it up.
That's great.
Oh, I
That's
loved
fantastic.
it. I
Jeff.
think it's good.
Jeff, I love that you didn't really win or change anything. But
No, I got my rum. The guy was going to destroy it.
he's going to destroy it.
You're not allowed. He said, "Crew cannot have spirits. It
throw it
will be
into a
destroyed."
fire.
Yeah, he said it'd be destroyed. He said
That's
destroyed.
wild, man.
And I was like, no, don't destroy it. And I was like, well, hold on. That's why he held on to it. I was like, well, I get somebody above you, you turd.
Oh.
So I had to go up above and beyond.
You ever been a Karen?
I don't think so.
I think you need to be a little bit these days. I think it needs to come back a smidge.
I don't think you'd ever be. I don't think you have it in you, Carrie. You don't have speak up for yourself vibes.
Yeah. Well, I think millennials are they're a little too wimpy. We overcorrected.
Oh yeah.
We were so worried about becoming our annoying boomer parents.
I think
now
I've
we're just like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, you know what? I'll wait for the next car when you ordered a car and
I
someone's
think
in it or
I've
some shit."
overcorrected in the other way where I'm like, I am a Karen.
You are.
I for sure am.
100% of the time. 100%?
What do you mean?
I don't know what that means. I don't actually
Gary's
You're just-
hungover.
you're very Karen-y a lot of the time. I
Yeah.
feel like it's I feel like it's like a mode, kind of like.
I
No,
think you
it's
need a
a
little
ma-
bit of it.
it's a mentality.
It's a mentality.
Okay.
It's a spirit animal.
Yeah. Well, because sometimes you'll go and you'll order food, and they'll be like 10 minutes. Then you get there and be like, "Oh, we forgot."
Yeah.
30 minutes. And then most younger people are like, "Oh, that's fine. Don't worry about it." And they'll just sit and scroll their phone.
Yeah. Not
You know,
I.
whereas you should be like, "You know what? No, you said 10.
Yeah.
You throw a little fuss." I think
You
we need to
throw
start throwing a
fuss.
little bit of fuss.
Oh,
That's
I
how
have
you
been
get
a
around.
Because I got a gift card at some place.
Oh yeah, there we go, Gary. Let's hear it.
what was it? I think it was like at a fast food spot. I'm like, this order was wrong.
Yeah.
Could you? And you know what I was polite about those. Could you kindly replace this? Like, well, we really don't do that. I'm like, I think you need to find a manager, and I need to address this. And so I think it was the last time I was at McDonald's. I was like, you got my order wrong.
You were Karen at McDonald's?
I was a Karen at McDonald's.
Yeah. There's a lot of times you'll get the wrong order and people just like, I'll eat it anyways. It's fine. I don't want to be a bother.
Yeah.
No. Get your chicken sandwich with the pickles.
Yeah. Extra pickles.
Extra pickles.
There you go.
How are you a Karen?
Am
You
I?
said you've been
So
one.
usually it's like whenever someone's like standing in the way in the street, I go, "Excuse me."
Oh, nice. Yeah. Hit him with a loud excuse
I
me.
make sure it's loud and very exasperated.
Yeah. You got to do that. Huff and puff.
Yeah. I don't often go to management because I usually deal with it on ground level.
Oh, I'm going high these days.
Yeah, people, well, through my conversation skills, I usually am capable of getting it taken care of
Oh yeah.
with that person there.
You're a good negotiator of sorts.
Yeah,
I'm going as high as I can.
that's great.
Someone's making a phone call outside.
I know it's.
Can you hear it?
It's I fucking hate it.
Yeah, dude.
And this phone call,
got those.
I guarantee you, this phone call,
Mm-hmm.
it's some crackhead on this side,
Mm-hmm.
and they're calling a family member and being like, "Please, the money didn't go through. Can you try to send it again?" And it's a nightmare.
I knew it.
It's
See
a
those
nightmare.
things? I knew it as soon as they started popping up. If for the people that don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah, I live right next to a Link NYC thing, which for those of you outside of New York, it's kind of like, what would you say that is?
It's like it's a terminal that you can
Yeah.
do video phone calls, and it has
you
like
can plug in your phone,
charge your
it's
phone.
got USB chargers. It also on the top tells you like bus schedules that are coming around.
Yeah,
or, like,
yeah.
when the M is coming.
They put them in with such good intentions. You can
Yeah.
totally tell it was just liberal good intentions. But as soon as I saw them popping up, I was like, "Oh man, these are going to become homes."
Well, within like days, you saw people just setting up tents right next to them.
They just set up shop like, "Oh, free charging."
Yeah. Just
oh,
plugging
yeah.
it in.
What a bad idea.
Plugging in everything they owned that had plugs.
And you got one right outside your window. That sucks.
That is the thing where I'm like on the verge of being a Karen about that.
Mm-hmm.
Because
You know what you should do? This is what you do. Late at night, go out there with a screwdriver, just fucking break it.
they have
What?
they have people that come by and fix it every like other week.
Yeah?
There's like
Well,
it's
still,
spray painted all the
fucking
time.
break the shit out of you
But
real good.
about once a week, someone comes to like, but a cop buzzes, not once a week, maybe once every 3 weeks. A cop will buzz an apartment in this building,
Uh-huh.
and then they'll be like, "Did someone call the police from that terminal?"
Oh, really?
And because some idiot just pressed, there's a 911 button. It's a button, and then you can run away. And
Such a bad
I
idea.
swear to God, like once a week,
With so much good
some
intention.
child does it. Just presses it, sprints.
I'm telling you, man. Wait, 2:30 in the morning. Just go out there at the flathead.
Just fuck it
They're
up.
gonna hammer that into that USB port.
I want to do this before it's the end of the podcast.
All right,
if
let's
you're
do
listening, don't forget to follow us on YouTube. It's the Wilfred Padua channel. Also, subscribe to us on Spotify and iTunes. Leave a review. Give us a thumbs up on YouTube. All that. I'm at Wilfred Padua on everything. Jeff is at New York Jeffrey.
That's right.
Fishboat over here is at Garcom. Garri, you love being Garri Comedy.
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
I set that all
That
up.
email that you sent me.
Yeah.
He needed access to this Google Doc
Oh yeah.
on his personal email and then on his business, Garri Comedy.
It's yeah.
That's great. Oh, I just got an update on Lulu. Little dog's getting groomed today.
Oh.
Took her to the groomer. Speaking of Karens,
Uh-huh.
Chelsea turned hers on.
Oh.
Took Lucy to the groomer. This was earlier, probably like 11:30, noon. It was about noon. Dropped her off at noon. She's getting the works.
Okay.
Groomed, teeth brush, anal gland emptying.
Oh, I would have done that for you.
Ew, Wilfred. And
I empty it into a cup.
ew. They were supposed to call. They're going to call Chelsea when she's done, right? With Lucy. And she walks over there. They haven't called her yet. She's like, she works near him, so she walked over there. She's like, I'm just going to grab Lucy. I assume she was done. She's like, they haven't even started on her yet.
What?
She's been in a cage for the past 3 hours.
Wow.
So she's like, I gave them an earful.
Good
I was
for
like,
her.
that's right. See?
That's
And
why
she
you
said they're
two
going to
are-
get started on her right away.
One day you guys are going to Karen your way into marriage.
That's right. I mean, that's, keep the little dog in a cage for that long. You got to yell. You got to Karen it up these days a little bit.
Yeah.
Well,
You can't just be like, no, you're right. Just let me know.
Especially in a situation like that, your dog doesn't deserve to be in a
No,
cage for
my
3
poor
hours.
sweet little dog.
Did you guys see
She
this?
said she was pissed. Oh, I love it.
Did you see this? That after the Trump shooting, we haven't. This is how long it's been since we've been together.
Yeah.
Trump was shot.
Yes, it was a week
Trump
and a
was
half
shot.
ago.
Joe Biden died, and now he's not running for president. So many things have happened.
Dude, the
But after
political
the
landscape.
Trump shooting, the New York Post immediately said that it was a Chinese man that shot him.
Yeah,
You
Who
saw
said that?
I've seen this pop up.
The
a
New York
couple
Post.
times.
Which is like,
The shooter identified as a Chinese man.
yeah, why would you?
Why would they say that?
I don't know what the comment said, but I think it's because
Yeah, they've posted no retraction. Is that the word? Or yeah,
I think they just posted another article.
yeah. They just, I think, corrected it. They just
Oh yeah. They said they changed it.
New York Post.
Yeah. Do you have any thoughts on this, Gary?
Well, is the New York Post like kind of like fucking the National Enquirer, or is it that bad? Like everyone kind of shits on it. It was just like I've never really read it.
Yeah, it's
I think
to
aren't
speak.
they owned by Trump Media?
the Post.
Yeah.
I thought no. What did Bezos buy? Washington Post.
The Washington Post. But yeah, I thought
New York
it was
Post
dumb.
used to be. Wasn't that Hamilton's? That was Hamilton's newspaper.
Hamilton.
The
Alexander
president-
Hamilton.
Alexander
yeah.
Hamilton.
Oh,
I bet. Wait, was he president? What did Hamilton
I think he was.
He was a
secretary.
rapper.
do? Yeah, I bet he's rolling around
gunslinger.
rapping in his grave.
Yeah.
They took my post and they're ruining it. Yeah. What you think of that? That's pretty good.
That was solid.
Making fake articles and it's
it's
getting real sad. I'm Alexander Hamilton.
yeah, dude. Have you been listening to that?
That's
Like,
pretty good. Been on
yeah.
a big Beastie Boys
Yeah.
tear.
Yeah, I was like, wait, why is he Chinese? When I first read it, I was like, that's weird. And they're just being racist. Of like all the things to be racist about. Like, hey, let's make this guy Chinese. Like, why? Why would it be Chinese? I always thought it.
They just said it was a mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just wrote that he was Chinese immediately, and then they
Were they trying to like China did it?
maybe
Like
Oh,
not
that's what
Chinese
they're
person,
conveying.
but Chinese as in China.
yeah.
Tried to assassinate him. Maybe that's what they were thinking.
Mm.
Which is nicer, at least. It's not racist that way. Then it's more of a political.
Right.
Yeah, but then that'll lead to a racist situation.
Well, you know.
I mean, the first step is political, and then the next is the follow up of that is going to be racial.
Sure. I mean, that's most, but at least the intentions are a little bit more pure.
Yeah, honestly,
I'm just
I'm
trying to find the silver lining of this big Chinese mistake.
what are you looking at? What happened? Gary?
I texted. I thought she texted back, but it was just a political text. With political message.
Is it racial now?
No.
What's the political message?
It's they're asking for money for
Kamala?
Yeah.
Kamala's already texting you?
Yeah.
You don't give those guys your phone number, Gary.
And so
Joe Biden doesn't have my number.
No.
Yeah, I don't get hit up by him.
Yeah.
Bernie was. Bernie
How
was
are you
hitting
feeling
me
about
up.
this Kamala? There's an Indian American woman who's running for president.
Yeah.
Gary.
Asian American.
She is.
No. Take it back.
Completely Asian.
Take it back.
We got an Asian in the office.
We have a
soon.
black lady and a Indian American. She's not Asian.
Honestly,
We aren't
Wait,
taking
what
her.
is the other? She's half Indian and
Half black.
half black.
yeah. Honestly, once she gets in, I think we're good. We
You
can go
mean-
right
What do you
back to
mean we're
white
good?
guys.
You mean our podcast?
No, I mean like we've done it. We got everybody.
Oh
Asians.
You have to do it more than once. I think.
yeah.
Now
No.
we can go back.
Now you go back.
After we can all go, America, we did it.
Yeah.
Now let's go right back where we were. Start over. Bush counts as Hispanic.
What?
Oh, because he's from Texas. Yeah.
He's from.
And Texas is pretty much Spain.
Yeah. George Jr. is Hispanic.
That's ridiculous.
So how do you feel about it, Gary?
I think it was a smart move. They needed to get Joe out of there. Everybody was shitting on him for the past
I
2
love
weeks.
how last week, actually 3 days ago, everyone was like, Joe Biden like fucking sucks. He's dead. He's a dead man who's just still our president.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then as soon as he drops out, everyone's like, what a patriot. He did this for America.
Yeah.
Well,
You're the same person that was complaining and saying that he was a piece of shit.
yeah. I think they were mad. Yeah, I mean, I think that's fine.
You
Because
can find that-
he wasn't stepping down, and they're like, man, your own pride is going to cause Trump to get in, and we are mad at you for that. And then when he stepped down, they're like, oh, actually, he is a good guy. He has the
But I think that he-
self-awareness to actually step down and do the right thing.
But I think he was also within the last few weeks, he's been wondering, well, who takes it? Who can take it from at this point in July and turn it into like something by November?
I mean, I
And
will say
I don't
that.
think Kamala is even that person.
Really, you don't think so?
No.
Nah, I think she can do it.
think
But I will
she
say,
was
if
behind her.
she doesn't do it, she loses.
We're done with
Yeah.
women again. Nice try, women.
This is women are at bat and they need a homer right now.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I think she's going to be pretty good.
I don't think so.
No,
I don't
she's
think-
got a strong police stance, which is really good for moderates.
Sure.
Police,
Did she build a bunch of prisons?
What's up?
Did she build a lot of prisons in California or something?
She imprisoned a lot of black people.
So in prison. Oh, okay, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She does not have black support.
She doesn't.
No. I don't think she's going to rally enough liberal votes.
I think she will, because I think liberals are smart enough not to vote for Trump, and then they know if they don't vote, that is a vote for him.
I
think they're smart enough.
I
to know
think
that.
there's enough people that just aren't going to vote.
Oh, then they
And
are.
Trump's going to have his people. The question is the rest of America going to vote?
I think so. I think no matter what, this will always just be a vote more against him.
Yeah. I
think you could put a ham sandwich in there. And
I also
they'll
think
win.
there's a difference between, like, Hillary won the popular vote, right?
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing that Trump introduced into elections is that debates are no longer debates. This isn't two people who are presidential candidates who are running against each other. It's just who can slander the best, and Trump is the best at slandering. He's the best at. If there is a debate, I don't know if they will have a debate between Kamala and Trump,
Mm-hmm.
but if there is one, you have to learn how to beat him with personality.
I feel like she can slander.
I don't think so.
I feel like she's
No.
got
I
some
think
slander
she's a-
highlights.
I think she's a robot.
No, I think she's got some slanders.
Yeah.
See, you look on there. I'm gonna see if there's any Kamala slander highlights. When she was in the primaries, I think she was doing some slandering.
Probably.
Yeah.
But I don't remember any highlights of her slandering.
Oh, this is years ago.
Yeah, but I feel like Trump slander though, like when he's whips out an insult, like you fucking
Yeah,
remember that shit.
He
dude.
says that
he's good at roasting.
Trump will go to like, yeah, so and so's got an ugly wife.
Nice.
Yeah.
That
Sick slander.
that is fucking
Boom.
that wins. That wins elections. She's not going to say that.
She might. Let's see here.
If she can be like, he has a tiny penis, his body's just a fat piece of McDonald's. Those are the types of things that Kamala needs to come out with.
Yeah, we'll see. She needs some. She just needs to hire Jeff Ross.
Yeah.
She needs the roast
That'd be
master.
Yeah.
To
She
back.
Yeah.
She needs whoever wrote Kim Kardashian's speech.
That should be your vice president.
All right, you're
Roastmaster
You're
Jeff
up
Ross.
against Trump. What are you gonna do? What lowballing are you
Oh.
gonna throw at him?
Dude, I'm not a lowball guy.
Oh, Gary's a high road guy.
Oh yeah.
I would take. I'd take the moral high road and be like, I'm
Oh,
above that.
Yeah, you're gonna
I
lose
would.
that fucking election, Gary.
Yeah, Gary, you got to lowball these days. You got to get in the mud.
Yeah, I couldn't do.
I'd be like, I'd have her go up there and be like, "Your mama's so fat."
How fat is she? That's all of the libs. They're gonna be, how fat is she? Yeah.
Just give her a list of your mama. I guarantee, though, if they do a debate, there's going to be. Everyone's already saying all the things that she can say. I feel like people are just tweeting already.
Oh yeah.
That's
But,
the issue.
I mean, that is also like
It's going to be a lot of, yeah, I did put a lot of people in prison, and you might be next because you're a felon,
wow.
And everyone's going to be like,
I mean, there's nothing original to say anymore. I think even with stand-up comedy, it's like it's been tweeted. Why are we even trying to write new jokes?
there's new original ideas. I'm working on one right now.
What's your new idea?
It's just about what it's like to be a senior in high school dating a freshman.
Oh yeah. You know what? You're right.
How many of those takes?
No one has admitted to talking about. No one's talking about it because no one's admitted to doing it. And honestly, you're breaking ground. You're breaking ground.
That's some new stuff. Huh?
Oh, that's wild.
Yeah. Find some clips on that.
Yeah, yes, you're right.
Yeah, there you go. There's
I've
always
got-
room for new.
I'm trying to take this on this new angle that most people need to stop having opinions.
Oh, here we go.
Opinions are
This sounds like an opinion
overdone.
already.
No.
It's not an opinion. It's a take.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a take for you.
What?
Take that in your mouth.
Here's one. Let's see. Let me open this up. The topic is, what kind of racism have you experienced? I actually really just, we've kind of talked about this before, but I think the racism that this person experienced is very funny to me.
Oh yeah.
It's so,
Oh,
so
it's just this person's.
Yeah.
I thought we were all gonna answer.
we can answer.
I have one
Do we wanna-
experience.
Okay.
What did you have prepared?
Yeah.
I remember in third grade, it was more of a exclusionary act.
Oh, third grade.
Exclusionary act.
Exclusion.
Oh,
by
okay.
Teacher,
Oh,
where,
boy.
like, we were talking about race in class,
Yeah.
and she mentioned, there's whites and then there's blacks. I had to raise my hand. I'm like, well, what am I? And so I was like, and she's.
Is that when you said the N-word?
No, that's not what I wish.
And then
That
she
would've
was
been
like,
great.
"Well, I hope you're black."
Yeah. So I guess that makes you black. Yeah. And I was like, oh, wait. And then like a couple of years later, I was like, wait, that was racist. That old white woman just like excluded me out
What
of
was
like,
the topic of conversation?
Yeah. What do you mean? What did
we
she
were talking
say?
about race in class.
Okay, and but what was being
You raised your
said?
hand, and then what?
And then she just left me out. I think the fact that she left me out was racist.
What was being said?
She was just like describing like, here are the races. Like it was like social studies class. And she's like, here are the races. Most people are black or white. And then she just kind of continued. And then I was like, well, wait a minute. And I raised my hand.
Uh huh.
I love that I just raised my hand right now. And
Uh-huh.
then, and I was like, well, what about me?
Uh huh.
Was I the only? Yeah, I was the only Filipino in that class, but we had two classes. There was another Filipino kid in the other class, and I just like, I've never felt more left out. I was like,
Wait. But wait, you said, "Well, what about me?"
Yeah.
And then she said nothing.
Yellow. No. Oh, she said.
What did she say?
She said, "Oh, you're yellow," and I was just like, and then I put my
Oh,
hand
yeah,
well,
that's the
Gary.
racist
That's where the
part.
racism.
out. Yeah, that's where the.
It's not the.
I feel like the racism.
Gary,
was the
why did you
exclusion-
wait to get to that point? You buried the lead.
Oh, my bad.
She said you were yellow.
That's the racism.
That's the-
that
yeah.
you're yellow.
Yeah, and I was just like, I don't. And that was.
That part out for so long.
He didn't even think that was it.
No, he didn't,
didn't even think
That's
that-
the worst part, Gary.
He thought that the part that he didn't get to be part of a conversation.
That is. Isn't that worse than being called yellow? Is being left out?
I wouldn't.
I've been through many social studies classes where the conversation was white black.
Yeah.
Perhaps that is racism, and perhaps that because they don't address Asian discrimination or Asians like participating in like how the U.S. is built, but I feel like it's just a different conversation that's occurring at the moment. It's if someone's talking about slavery, you don't go, but what about the Chinese? Like let them have their conversation.
Yeah.
You can have your conversation separately.
Oh, okay.
But what if they say you're yellow?
Then then that means you've been owned, and you don't get to participate in conversations anymore. That's so funny. That's so
hilarious. That's the Garri was left out. That it? Yeah. Well, then she called me yellow.
Then she pulled her eyes back and called me yellow.
So I kept saying me so horny.
Yeah. Jeff, before we get to yours, I want to talk about this. First of all, 33-year-old Indian American guy, and he said that all of his racism was only from white people.
The hell?
He said he's experienced no racism from POC. Most of my racism has been from POC.
What about AOC?
Well, let's look up what she says about Indians. He said that most of his experiences are subtle. Here's his first one. In 2018, one of my coworkers said she likes small penises.
Nice.
She looked at me while she was saying that. She was already in a relationship with another woman. I like small penises. How did that make you feel just now?
That made me feel awkward as shit.
Wait, she was in a relationship with a woman, then she
Yeah.
says she likes small penises?
Yeah.
Was she talking about clitorises?
Garri.
Garri Madero. Garri Madero, ladies and gentlemen.
Garri. Another experience was when a bank teller refused to deposit my check. It was a cashier's check I got from another bank. It was paid to me. She said the person who was listed as a payable on death had to be there with me. I think she was just racist.
What? Wait, what? What are you talking about?
So she said that the person who was listed on the cashier's check, who gave him the cashier's check, had to be there with him.
Oh, yeah, that's just policy.
Well, that's not policy.
What?
You don't have to. If you have the cashier's check, you can just
Cash it.
Oh.
Deposit.
But perhaps she's just a person who didn't. Also, I don't think anyone's like, oh, these Indians are trying to, like,
Scam with cashier's checks?
maybe
I
they
can
are.
see
I
that.
can see that. Yeah, now that I've said it out loud. Yeah. Now that I've
I
said it
can
out
see
loud.
that coming from an older white woman's brain.
Yeah. Anyways, Jeff, what was your racism?
I'm trying to think if I have one.
I've had a few. Like, one of them was like, just I've had a couple people say like go back to Korea or whatever.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I've talked about it on the podcast. One was when I didn't give a guy a cigarette. And I was outside of the Comedy Underground in Seattle smoking a cigarette. He was like, asked if I could give him one. I didn't have another one because I had bummed the one that I had. And then he told me to go back to Korea.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think I've gotten some crazy cracker asses before.
Oh, yeah.
I've gotten I've gotten a couple of those here and there.
Uh-huh.
And then
Crack ass.
Yeah. I've gotten some of that. And
White
then
ass, crack ass.
White boy, that's another
Gentrifying
classic.
ass.
That one never really gets shouted really.
Honestly, it
That's
didn't.
more of something in classes. You never hear anybody
Yeah.
even say it out loud.
Well, when that
anymore.
guy told me to go back to Korea, he was homeless. So it's not like I was like, oh, shoot, I've been put down.
That's usually who it is who's
Yeah.
saying stuff like that.
It's like, all right, well, how about I go back indoors where I was?
Mhm. I did get owned for making a straight up owned. I was working at a restaurant,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
and it was me and this the other server. It was just the two of us on or whatever, and I was like new or whatever, and she was Asian. I'm not sure if I had to guess Korean, and just like that homeless guy guessed on Wilfred.
Yeah.
But I said something
Were
about
you guessing Korean because, well, was it something about her vibe?
Yeah, she had like a Korean vibe.
Yeah.
She kept singing pop songs, eating corn dogs. Korean corn dogs.
Yeah.
But I said some kind of like something about I think like a big table of like British people or whatever,
Sure.
you know. And I was just like, ugh, what are all these annoying Brits or whatever? It's like get out of our country or whatever, something like that, you know. And then she goes, "Oh, are you Native American?" I know. And even I was like, "No." And I went, "Oh, all right, okay,
Yeah.
fine, sure."
Did you call her gay for that? Because that's a pretty gay response.
No, I was like, ugh, fine. And then I just got quiet because I was new and I didn't know anybody yet.
Yeah.
And I couldn't just be as a fun me. I just went, no.
I remember you're saying that someone had said your penis was small.
What?
When?
This was an early episode.
That was a very early episode.
Who said his penis was small?
Yeah, Gary, tell us who said your penis was small.
I had a friend. He was Indian, and he would always complain that his penis was too dark.
Oh.
It was dark.
He said he didn't like how dark it was.
He couldn't find it in the dark.
And I was always like, I don't think anyone cares, man.
Yeah. It's usually
Internalized. That must be internalized, like racism of some sort.
Is your penis darker than the rest of your body?
I'm trying to think. Maybe a slight hue?
Yours
Take a
is
look.
yours is darker than
Yeah, you want
the
to
rest
see?
of your body, right?
Yeah.
Turn the camera off. Let's all see.
It's all just sand.
Yeah. Do you have any of those paint swatches? Gary, you're two full shades.
What, is yours darker?
Mine?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's how they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
Darker?
Yeah.
Darker.
I don't quite understand it though, because it's not like the rest. My penis probably sees the least amount of sunlight.
Yeah,
my
why
body.
is that? Google it real quick. Why are penises darker? What's up with that? Is it because everything's all wrinkled up, so it's compressed? You know?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is that something?
It is normal for someone's genitals to be darker than the rest of their body. This is due to sex hormones and extra testosterone that stimulate the reproduction of melanin.
Oh, so eat a bunch of tea.
Yeah, there's a lot of tea going on your
Oh,
penis.
he should have been proud of his dark penis.
Yeah. The results is for the skin on a man's penis and nipples. Oh, it's on the nipples too. And a woman's areolas and labia to darken.
Oh, really?
So you got a dark labia.
Yeah. You have a dark labia.
I got low T then.
Well,
it's
your penis is the same
It's not
color?
that dark.
It's not that
It's not that much
You got
darker.
nipples though.
Yeah, I got nipples, but they're not that dark either.
Are they pinkish
They're not
or
that-
brownish?
They're not.
Hold on.
No, yours are
Let me
brownish.
take a peek.
I saw his nipples like 2 weeks ago.
No, they're pinkish, aren't they?
I thought I was sucking on brown.
No, that was my asshole.
What happened? Is that what happened when you guys went?
No,
on
they're
your
kind of pinkish.
Oh, okay.
And I got a full head of hair. I got low T probably.
You probably
Yeah.
do.
Oh no.
I probably do too.
Let's see your penis. Gary, get the swatches. Let's see that. How many shades
There's got
darker?
to be an app on the phone to be like
50 shades of
You
penis.
can take a picture and then like, all right, it'll tell you the shade.
You got dark nipples?
I have dark nipples.
Gary's
you got a
loaded
dark,
with tea.
You got a dark dong?
Yeah, with dark dong.
So much
Dark
tea on that guy.
Dark dong. Dark. It's like a superhero.
dark dong.
Everybody run! It's dark dong.
Yeah. It is a villain. That is a villain. Dark Dong is coming and attacking New York City.
He's so masculine. The guy's jacked.
It's like a shadow.
He's full of tea.
Dark dong.
Can't even see his dong. It's so dark.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Gary, you're oozing tea. That's good for you, buddy.
Yeah.
I need to darken myself up. Put this wiener in a tanning bed.
Apparently your T raises if you're around another guy.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, apparently like if you if you have sex with another guy present, your T is going to be like at its highest.
No way.
Yeah, this is why
Get
you
out
gotta
of here.
Let me see.
No.
Dude,
Let
you
me
wanna
see
watch,
what's
dude.
You're
going
making
on.
that up.
I will raise your T. You're gonna perform so well with me in the room.
You are making all of that up.
I want to be there,
So if
raising your T and giving you coaching methods.
coaching
Yeah, like-
methods.
Yeah, I was
So like, you're gonna help me coach somebody else?
just giving you like
then you
philosophy,
coach me.
coaching
He's
philosophy.
coaching you how to coach, and then you coach
Then
me.
I can coach Garri.
Yeah.
We'll all be in separate rooms having sex.
Okay. So if your
Wilfred's in-
girlfriend's nipples are darker, she's got high T.
Or
interesting.
or high whatever.
Melanin? What's
I
the
think
other-
it
or
was
estrogen.
testosterone.
Yeah, I guess it's high T.
Yeah, she has higher T then.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Whoa.
Chelsea got black nipples.
I mean, they're as dark as your shirt.
The absence of light.
And then when we're done, she bench presses me.
She bench presses you for not making her come.
Yeah. And then she goes, "Give me that light little wiener." And not light as in weight, color.
Oh yeah. Mine's light in weight. It's huge, but light in weight.
That's interesting. I never knew that. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna be like looking at that all the time. I know it. I'm gonna be watching porn and be like, someone's got high T
I bet all of those guys have high T though.
in porns.
Yeah.
I bet not, because don't you have to? Don't you have to like start doing gay porn first
What do you mean?
to get into pornography as a man?
I don't know. I don't know what
Or is that a
the
myth?
I don't know what the open mic level of porn is. I think you start at amateur and then you start going. Now it's like amateur, then you get an OnlyFans, and then you start going.
But I guess
big
banging a man
production.
probably gives you high T
Yeah.
if having a man around.
Wait, where
Yeah.
did you hear that? You have to.
What?
Gay porn is to be a dude in porn. You have to do gay porn first.
I thought that was like the entry level. I thought that's like that's where you start.
I think there's a lot of straight guys that do gay porn and a lot of gay guys that do straight porn.
Really?
I've heard
It's just a
that.
job.
It's just a job.
Yeah.
It's just a
Ugh,
whole-
what a bummer.
Yeah.
Why would you want to do that? Just ruins it.
Hmm.
You know? Banging your girlfriend who works in the porn industry. She's on her phone. You're at work right now.
That is. Have you seen those porns where they're on their phone with their ex or with their boyfriend,
Ew.
getting railed in the back?
Ew, what is... No, I have not seen all these deep descriptors. What do you need to get there?
Let me tell you, that's just the
Plus
warm up.
phone, plus disinterested.
Yeah.
Dark nipples.
Plus step.
Ugh. Where were we? We went all over the place.
Yeah, we were talking about Garri. Garri
we got
was
sidetracked.
originally we were the question was because Garri was once told he had a small penis.
Well, no, you changed it to that.
Oh.
What?
Wait, what?
No, we changed it to dark. You're the one that told us, I think on episode 1 or 2, that someone said you had a small penis.
It was the prostitute.
It was a prostitute?
It was the prostitute.
Why
She's
did-
like, "Oh, I didn't think it was that big," and then I was like, "Oh, well." So I thought, I heard what I heard was like, "Oh, she thought my penis was small."
Okay, you're going to have to go back and tell us what the... I don't understand what happened.
What's the logic there?
Oh, I don't know. We were, we were done. We were finished. The business transaction had taken place. And it's like, oh,
You paid her?
I paid her.
Did you get change?
No change.
Just give her the money. Can I get 4 back?
You're wild, dude. Just to see the look on her face, that'd be fucking hilarious.
So you had sex,
We had sex.
you paid her,
Mm-hmm.
and then she said, your dick is small.
Well, no, she's like, I thought it was it looked smaller. I thought it would be smaller.
What?
Yeah, and it was.
Why would she say this?
I don't know.
She thought it would be smaller?
Yeah,
Oh, maybe because it's so dark.
yeah. And so I don't know, it just kind of came off. I was just like, wait, what? And I was like, yeah, there was a part of me that was like,
Why did she say this?
I don't know. I don't know what prompted it.
She just said out of nowhere, unprompted, I thought your dick would be smaller.
Yeah.
Oh,
it-
maybe because Gary's a grower and not a shower.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
And
that
I
why?
guess I'm assuming that's what it was.
She
And
So
saw
you've got a soft, your soft dick is tiny,
yeah, apparently.
but
yeah.
your hard dick is
Is adequate.
huge for this child.
Yeah. She was not a child.
Ew, Wilfred, stop saying that.
Stop being children.
Yeah, that's gonna get put on his permanent record or something. People are gonna Google Gary.
Yeah.
First thing comes up: small penis, soft.
Dark penis hard.
Dark penis.
He is dark dong.
It gets
It turns into dark.
it gets darker as he gets hard.
And when I am hard, I become dark
dog.
His T levels are off the charts. I thought it would be smaller.
All right, here's the last thing that I want to talk about.
Okay.
Well, it's kind of two things in one.
2 and 1.
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
Oh, they deleted this. Anyways,
Oh no.
I know what happened in this though.
Oh, I saw this. Wasn't it a video?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Chinese parents are sending their children to internet addiction treatment schools. So they're like, I don't know, going away to kind of. I think they're like camps.
Yeah, it
And
looks
they're-
like some kind of like teen boot camp.
Yeah, they're gone for like 2 weeks or 3 weeks,
Yeah.
so that they can stop being addicted to their phones.
And the internet in general. Like
And the
they're
internet in
all
general,
like
yes,
they have a bunch of internet cafes
yeah.
where they internet game.
Did you hear that thing about
And the streaming.
they gave phones to like the? Did we talk about that?
Yeah,
they gave
with,
phones to
a small tribe, and then they
Yeah.
went right to porn and Facebook.
yeah, and they stopped talking to each other.
Yeah, yeah.
Shit.
So that's one thing. But then I also was watched this Fung Brothers video. Did you guys watch this?
What?
And then there's a
No.
Fung Brothers video. Come on.
About the Chinese internet addiction.
No. Where?
Too much internet.
It's about brain rot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, one of the things that they talk about is skibbity toilet.
Skibbity toilet rules.
Skibbity
I've watched most of it.
Yeah, so it's
Skibbity taking over. Skibbity has been taking over. How old is this?
this was like last week.
Oh, those idiots. Skibbity's been around forever.
But yeah, everything's like brain rot these days, and you know the conversation that they were having is this bad for society?
What? Brain rot? It's just absurdist humor. Gen Z likes absurdist humor.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, maybe that's another way of looking at it. You didn't look at this?
Idea who Skibbity is.
Oh, Skibbity rules, dude.
You don't know what skibbity toilet is?
Bro.
Oh man,
You gotta watch at
You
least
gotta-
up to 30 eps.
you gotta get a text from Jeff because
Hell yeah, I was texting everybody Skibbity toilet.
skibbity toilet was all that he said to you for a while.
Uh-huh.
No,
My brain was rotted.
clearly.
It's
Well-
just absurdist humor.
I thought that you guys. So you didn't watch this either.
No.
Then we'll talk about it next episode.
All right. It's
Um,
not like it's any worse than badger, mushroom.
No, well, but it's
Remember that one?
all the same. It's all nothing.
It's just absurdism. It's just like I think you should leave. I mean, that guy, he's doing
Yeah.
a sketch about a toilet with a small fart hole, and then they're like, you can't turbo time. How is that any different than like a toilet fighting robots with cameras for heads? It's just humor.
I guess it's just humor.
That's what I mean, that's my opinion. I
Well,
don't know what they said on this.
I haven't watched this in a week.
Are they
because-
mad that nobody watched their stupid videos?
Oh man, you're coming after the Fung Brothers, huh?
Yeah. People are enjoying this as opposed to my hilarious hot
You know
takes.
what I think is happening with the Fung Brothers? Because you know how they are like really mamby-pamby when it comes to Shane Gillis?
Yeah.
I think they think that they're comedians still. So they're like, oh, I need to like stay in the good graces of other comedy people.
Right.
Where I don't think they're comedians, so I don't give a fuck about them.
They're YouTubers.
They're YouTubers. Although they do a live show every once a month or whatever.
Oh, well.
Farmhouse.
Yeah.
What'd you
that's-
say?
Oh,
At Sour Mouse.
That's Sour Mouse. Probably shouldn't have mentioned.
What does it matter?
No,
Probably shouldn't have mentioned. What are you scared of?
I'm not scared.
They
You're
might
just
come
kinda
for
giving
him.
like credence that it's a show worth going to, but I don't think it would be. If they booked you, would you do it?
Yeah.
Of course I would. And and if they approached me about having talked shit about them on a podcast,
Yeah.
I would say, I think you must have me confused with Garri Madera.
Oh no! You should do it.
I'd like to do anything.
Really?
But I know I would bomb. I didn't tell you guys about how when I did that show at St. Mark's, the comedy club,
Yeah.
and everyone in the audience, 100%, was Chinese from China.
That's good. Oh yeah, didn't they?
Nightmare.
Yeah, and you bombed, didn't you?
Yeah, of course I bombed. I didn't tell you this, but yeah, you guessed right. What are you looking at?
I'm looking at the Fung Brothers show, seeing who's been on there. Oh, you could totally get on this.
Yeah, but no one cares for me. I'm not Asian.
Just
to
have
these
somebody
people.
wreck you. Look
Who?
at the people they've had on. Do you know Misha Han?
Yeah, I know Misha Han.
Ask Misha.
I don't need a wreck. I've got other shit going on.
I'm just saying, you could
I'm
easily
busy
ask.
this week.
Are you Wilfred?
I'm busy. Shut up, Garri.
Yeah, are you Wilfred?
I'm busy as hell. I have 2 spots tomorrow.
Do they only book Asians? Let's see.
Yeah, they only book
Definitely
Asians.
Asian heavy.
I want to wiggle in. I want to wiggle on.
Oh,
I know all that. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to get on.
all right.
see if
You
there's
go,
a bit-
Should wreck you.
Yeah, let me see if there's been any whites. I'm gonna wiggle on if there has been.
I doubt there have been any whites.
There probably has
Where are
been.
you seeing this?
Jason Choi.
Chase Joy, not white.
No, not white.
I know, but I'm just looking at people I know and like. Oh, Pang. Psh.
Not white.
I'm gonna wiggle on. Just you wait.
All right.
You'll see.
Make sure to mention the
You-
podcast.
You both could get on here.
Yeah.
Oh, Patricia? Yeah.
She's doing comedy in the Philippines.
Really?
Yeah. I
That's
saw that
cool.
she posted something. I was like, oh.
How come you don't do that?
We'll see. Maybe in December
Garri.
I'll hit him up.
Garri, come on. Get a tour started for us.
Gary,
Anyways, that's our episode. I wish we were could end on a better note. But Jeff started looking at his phone. Gary's
All right,
hungover.
fine. Dan Yang.
Yeah.
Ask Dan to get you on. We're gonna get you on that show. I'll do it. You want me to message Dan for you?
Go ahead. Message Dan.
I'll message him right now.
Message Dan. Tell Dan to. I don't know how that would happen,
Let's see here.
but and then
Dan.
hey, if all things work out, I'll start doing a podcast with the Fung Brothers. We'll call it Democracy Now. You guys won't be on it. That's
Hey.
what a dream, right?
Dan. Get.
All right, thanks you guys for listening.